Time now for some sports news. Nigeria's under-23 side avenged their defeat at the hands of their Tunisian counterparts as they thrashed them 3-0 in a friendly. The coach, Samson Siasia-led team, lost the first game 5-3, but then they avenged the defeat by keeping a clean sheet. The Nigerian lads opened scoring in the 31st minute when Ogeneka Retebo converted the spot kick after Peter Onyekachi was fouled in the 18-yard box. Onyekachi then doubled the lead with a 56th-minute strike after a good work in the midfield by Azubike Okechukwu, and Ogeneka Godwin Saviour put the game beyond the Tunisians when he fired home a cannon shot in the 88th minute after running down the opposing defenders. Côte d'Ivoire beat the indomitable Lions of Cameroon by a goal to nil to earn a place in the Africa Nations Cup quarter-finals. Max Gradel scored the goal that gave the Elephants the only victory in the 6 matches in the group and saved them from the fate of drawing lots. But drawing of lots will decide the fate of Guinea or Mali. Modibo Mega's header from Abdoulaye Diaby's cross in the second half left Mali and Guinea with identical records, having drawn each of their games 1 apiece. The stage is now set for the quarterfinals as Congo will take on the Democratic Republic of Congo. Tunisia will face the host, Equatorial Guinea. Côte d'Ivoire square up against the 1990 champions, Algeria, while 4-time winners Ghana will play either Guinea or Mali after the drawing of lots. Former Portugal international Luís Figo has announced his intention to stand for the FIFA presidency. The 42-year-old is the second high-profile former player to enter the race after Frenchman David Ginola declared his intention to run earlier in the month. Figo claims he has the support of 5 FIFA member federations. That's the minimum requirement needed for a candidate. He's the 5th man to declare his interest in opposing Sepp Blatter in the coming elections in the month of May. Now to tennis, 4-time Australian Open champion Novak Djokovic is expecting an intense game against defending champion Stanislas Wawrinka in the semi-finals on Friday. The Serbian dismantled big serving Canadian Milos Raonic 7-6, 6-4, 6-2 in the quarterfinals in a match that lasted an hour 55 minutes. It is the 3rd time the number 1 seed will be facing the number 4 seed Wawrinka, having met in 2013 and in 2014, with both matches going into 5 sets. Now, the World Anti-Doping Agency's Director General says authorities have to be ahead of the athletes using performance-enhancing drugs in order to catch them. WADA boss David Howman admits traditional doping tests were not good enough for the 21st century. Howman's comments come in the same week that Lance Armstrong, the shamed American cyclist, said he would take banned substances again if faced with the same circumstances that saw him dope way back in 1995. That's in the sports news. The news at 10 continues shortly.
On the foreign scene, Jordan has had a change of heart and is now considering handing over an Iraqi woman on death row in exchange for a Jordanian pilot being held by Islamic State militants. The offer comes ahead of a 24-hour deadline by ISIS to kill Muaz al-Kasasbeh and Japanese hostage Kenji Goto. Cynthia Ara has more.
Well, thanks a lot. The ultimatum came in a video aired on Tuesday, days after IS said it had killed a Japanese man, Haruna Yukawa. It had demanded a $200 million ransom. Sajida Arishawi is an al-Qaeda militant sentenced to death in Jordan. She was convicted for an involvement in a 2005 attack that killed 60 people. The U.S. Treasury Secretary Jacob Lew has said sanctions against Russia could be extended because of the escalation of violence in eastern Ukraine. He was speaking on a visit to Kiev after European Union leaders said they would consider further restrictive measures on Russia's government. Pro-Russian separatists have pushed back Ukrainian forces in several areas in the past week. Also today, Russia says North Korea's leader has accepted an invitation to travel to Moscow in May for World War II anniversary celebrations. Presidential spokesman Dmitry Peskov said his presence had been confirmed and Russia was preparing for his visit. However, Mr. Peskov did not mention Kim Jong-un by name, sparking speculation that another official might attend instead. Finally, suicide bombers and armed attackers have killed about a dozen people in an assault on rebel positions in northern Mali. Security sources confirmed the incident, and this is the first suicide bombing blamed on the pro-government Gatia militia fighting Tuareg rebels. Northern Mali has been hit by conflict between government forces, Tuareg separatists, and militant Islamists. That's the foreign news wrap-up. It's back to you now.
Thanks a lot, Cynthia. And the main news again. INEC today gave assurances to the leadership of the National Youth Service Corps that corps members who will be engaged as ad hoc staff during the 2015 exercise will be provided adequate security. INEC Chairman Atahiro Jega said the Commission would not send the corps members to areas where their security cannot be guaranteed. That's News at 10 tonight. Thank you for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Stay tuned. Up next is a repeat broadcast of Nigeria 2015. Please stay with us.